You just have to be willing to put yourself out there. And once you do, the magic will begin to happen. I'm happy to use my life as an example so that others can learn. You may have to let some things go before you become successful. Success looks different on everybody, and so does the process. Some of you want success but don't want to let go of the exact thing that's in your way of obtaining success. You can't have it both ways. Welcome to Living Your Truth with Tavares. Wow, thank you. I am living in my blessing. Thank you so much. This is great. Wow. Welcome back to the show. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. I am Tavares. Thank you once again for joining me on another lovely Saturday. And today, we have a very, very special guest and friend of mine, Mr. Dr. David Lemmon. Mr. Lemmon, how are you doing today?
So amazing. Great to be here, Tavares.
Thank you so very much for being here today. I had to return the favor that you blessed me with for being on your podcast, which was an amazing opportunity. I got a lot of great feedback from being with you on your podcast. Your podcast is a great podcast called the Natural Cancer Support Channel. We'll talk more about that, but I wanted to give people a little bit of background on Dr. David Lemmon is a neuropathic doctor and alumni of National College of Natural Medicine in Portland, Oregon. He has a deep and abiding faith in the human body and its abilities to heal, and I completely subscribe to that. His practice emphasizes is in supporting his patients through safe and natural treatments for chronic pain, mental health, cancer, autoimmune conditions, and more. He has advanced training in nutrition, herbal medicine, frequency medicine, and homeopathy as well, and he has worked with hundreds of patients throughout the country. He's also the author of Natural Home and Herbal Healing, a guided tour through the healing remedies in your home. He invites all to open their hearts and minds to the infinite possibilities of health, balance, and healing that nature has in store. Dr. David Lemmon, you are well decorated and you are a servant leader. Thank you for being here today. How are you feeling?
It's a beautiful afternoon. So glad to be here.
Right on. So, during your journey, let's talk about how did you decide to get into being a naturopathic doctor? Like, how did this come to be? Where does your passion come from this? How did this journey begin for you?
It was actually a pretty slow and winding journey. I was in a totally different major, actually an illustration art major in my undergrad years. So once I finally discovered that naturopathic medicine was a valid profession, I had to go back. After already having my bachelor's degree, I had to go back for 3 years part-time to do the pre-med requirements, and then 5 years in medical school in Portland. So it was a really big commitment and a really big, long, winding journey. But yeah, I just was thriving in my undergrad in all my health and wellness classes and anatomy and physiology classes and psychology classes, and then my art classes, it was more subjective, and so it was more of a struggle. So I was getting more B's and C's in art classes and more straight A's in all the other science and health classes. So I just kind of noticed that I was more adapted and more passionate and more interested in the health and wellness field. And then I came across an audio program that mentioned naturopathic medicine, and he was actually he was a naturopathic doctor, but he went on more of a motivational speaker path. Mm-hmm. It was more of a motivational speaker kind of cassette program that I found in the early 2000s, and just realized that there's this amazing holistic field that kind of combines all those things that I was finding interesting with herbal medicine and psychology and mind-body medicine and hypnosis and just all these different things that you can bring together into a complete healing package. So it was a interesting winding path, but 2010 I started medical school in Portland and graduated in 2015,
Nice.
about 9 years ago. And it was a really wild journey. Started medical school with 4 kids and had our 5th in the middle of medical school, and then had our 6th child right after, a couple years after graduation. So kids from age 21 to age 7, and so that was a really wild roller coaster of a journey, trying to support a family and keep everything straight at home while going through medical school. But I'm proof that it can be done, and just have to be able to take a little bit of a beating and be really patient.
I bet. Everybody, we are locked in today with Dr. David Lemmon right here on Living Your Truth with Tavares. We will be right back.
Sit tight. We're paying some bills, and we'll be right back.
What's up, y'all? It's Tavares.
Hello, this is Adele.
And you are listening to Living Your Truth with Tavares podcast. Yo, Adele, thanks for the shout out.
Hey, come outside, check out my new car I just got from Riverside Premier Motors. They hooked me up. Riverside Premier Motor has everything you're looking for in a vehicle. Dependability, gas saver, mid-size, full-size, SUVs, and luxuries. Bad credit, no credit, bankruptcies, no worries. Financing is available. Riverside Premier Motors is a pre-owned late model dealer that provides customers with a complete automotive experience, Carfax, and competitive prices. Riverside Premier Motors is dedicated to customer satisfaction. We're passionate about our cars, and we intend on sharing that passion with our customers. Come by today and check out our affordable inventory of dependable cars. Riverside Premier Motors is located in Riverside. From the 91 East, take the 215 North and exit La Cadena. Or call us 951-682-7770, 951-682-7770, or hit us up online, www.riversidepremiermotors.com.
What you say?
I heard it through the grapevine.
Remember, practice positive self-talk. Treat yourself. Don't cheat yourself. Welcome back to the show. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. I am on with Mr. Dr. David Lemmon. He is sharing with us his time and his energy, and he just broke down how he managed to get through medical school and had a child in the middle of medical school, and then another at the end. And yes, he is proof that it can be done. And by the way, Mr. Dr. David Lemmon, congratulations on your 6 beautiful children. That definitely is something to be proud of. I'm very excited for you. Now, your approaches to health, you have a basic premise that every human body has unique needs and challenges. Let's talk about some of those unique needs and challenges that we all are subject to.
Yeah, it's called biochemical individuality, and in some circles, at least on the biochemistry side of things, we're all different. We all have slightly different genetics and different epigenetics, different environments and different needs. So one size fits all, one size doesn't fit all as far as the cookie cutter approach that conventional medicine kind of approaches things of just drug A, drug B, drug C for pretty much everybody. Instead of that, there's this customization of, some people are naturally more hot in their metabolism, and they need to be cooled down with their diet and their lifestyle, things like that, or they're too hyper and they need to be relaxed and calm down, like that type A personality needs more low things like yoga and deep breathing to calm them down so they're not that stress case all the time, more risk for heart attack. And other people that are more lethargic and sluggish need to be amped up a little bit and have more fast-paced exercise and more stimulating diet, things like that. So there's just so many different factors that you have to consider it's called temperament or constitution, things like that, where some people are more of a dry temperament, some people are more of a moist, some people are more hot, some people are more cool, some people are more relaxed and loose in their muscles and their cellular structure, and some people are more tight and wound up. And so there's all these different factors that you can think about of how to customize the herbal medicine or the food or the lifestyle, the exercise for that particular client or patient in front of you.
Wow. And by addressing the entire body-mind system, the patient is able to overcome many challenges that were previously thought incurable, correct?
Exactly.
Nice. I definitely feel like I probably run on more of the hot side. So when you were explaining those things about metabolism, I feel like that's more me. I feel like I have more energy than a lot of people that I associate with. And I've always felt that way. So I do know a thing or two about having to slow down my thoughts and slow down even my own process. With like being in the gym, there was a moment in time where I do recall working out quicker. I felt like I was moving too fast through the workout, and that would really, I felt it played more into like my anxiety and how I would approach stress levels. So thank you very much for touching on that. Your book, Natural Home and Herbal Medicine. By the way, everyone listening, you can go to rediscoverhealthnaturalmedicine.com to order his book, Natural Home and Herbal Medicine. You have a lot of great reviews on this book. What was the passion and the drive behind authoring this great book?
I just wanted to create an introductory health book to kind of get anyone interested in a natural medicine that would kind of be accessible to just about anyone at any level. And it's kind of an interesting structure that I've never seen before in a book, where it's a guided tour from room to room. So I have a chapter on the kitchen that goes through the different herbs and seasonings and spices that are often found in the kitchen, like garlic and oregano and pepper and ginger, things like that are common kitchen spices that can be used for first aid or for medicine, or that are superfoods that have high powered nutrition. And then like the top 25 foods that I love to use to combine to create healthy meals with.
Nice.
And how to kind of different flavor principles of how to cook in a really simplified, easy way. So there's all the different healing remedies within the kitchen, and then the bedroom is about relaxation and meditation, things like that. And the bathroom is about healthy elimination and bath, special like herbal baths and Epsom salt baths and things like that. So hydrotherapy and eliminating constipation and enemas are these remedies that can be found in the bathroom. And then out in the yard and the garden, there's edible plants that you can find in different areas of the country. Different weeds are edible and really nutritious, like dandelions. And so it's just a really interesting guided tour of the rooms in the house, and then the yard and the property and the garden and things that you can grow, and then how to create medicine out of those things.
Wow, I love this. We are on with the naturopathic cancer expert, Dr. David Lemmon, right here on Living Your Truth with Tavares. We will be right back.
Get your next nutrition coach at thebodysynthesis.com today. Don't forget to pick up my new book, Kissed by the Wind, A Book of Poems and Passions, Volume 3, out now on Amazon Books. Go ahead and search Tavares Allen Garrett and get yourself a copy. Thank you for your support.
Welcome back to the show. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. I am him. Today is Saturday, another lovely one, and we are on with the naturopathic cancer expert, Mr. Dr. David Lemmon, who also has a great podcast of his own, by the way, called the Natural Cancer Support Channel, where him and I connected. Dr. David Lemmon, let's talk more about the Natural Cancer Support Channel. Now, you have the book, you have your practice, and you felt it important to put together a podcast. Why?
There's just so many different resources and people out there that are experts in the field or survivors or caregivers like your amazing, inspiring story of helping take care of your mom in an integrated way through the cancer process. And a lot of people will just get diagnosed with cancer and just be funneled right into the oncology system, and they're never given any second opinions or other opportunities to learn what the other options are. To add into their therapies. Conventional medicine, conventional doctors and oncologists have almost zero training in nutrition and how to eat, how to exercise, how to change diet and lifestyle. Obviously, nothing about herbal medicine, things like that, the anti-cancer plants that are out there. So there's all this scientific research and medical studies and traditional use for hundreds or thousands of years with these different healing plants and foods and other lifestyle choices that can affect the cancer process, but there's almost no channel to learn about it in otherwise besides just random Google searches where you can't really sift out what the truth is from the fiction and the hype and different products being pushed and things like that. So there's a lot of censorship online that reduces it, and then there's a lot of unreputable products and services out there online as well. So it's just a random Google search or someone that's a little bit more educated, a little bit more trained, like myself, just trying to curate those resources and people and interesting characters and experts that have different ways and philosophies, different angles of looking at life and looking at the cancer problem. It's been a really interesting and beautiful journey to learn from caregivers like you, cancer survivors, and other cancer experts like hypnotherapists, and their amazing experiences with being able to drastically reduce the side effects that people have from chemotherapy just with hypnotherapy, for example. So that's really, really amazing mind-body experience stories.
Nice. Thank you so much for breaking that down the way that you did. And you're also the creator of the Cancer Detox course, which the listeners can learn more by going to 3, cancerinsights.com. Let's talk about the Cancer Detox course. You are so busy, it sounds like. You're very creative. You care about not only your patients, but you care about this journey. So what can we find inside the Cancer Detox course?
Yeah, the Cancer Detox course takes you through the 7 pathways of healing. So I kind of liken it to, the spokes on a bicycle wheel. A lot of people have seen these life balance examples where you have different areas of life, like your career and your finances and your relationships and things like that, where you kind of do a 1 to 10 scale and see where your flat tires are in life on this bicycle wheel. So it's kind of a model like that, where the 7 pathways, the emotional pathway, energetic, physical, molecular, genetic, social, and spiritual. So these 7 pathways of healing, I've gone in depth to research all of the most effective and the best ways and how all these different pathways interact with cancer. So it's a guided tour where it's presenting all the different options, and then depending on your temperament, personality, interest, budget, all the different things, you can basically choose from this menu of treatments and modalities within each of these pathways. And as long as you have at least one of the therapies or modalities in each pathway, then you have this well-rounded treatment plan. And then once you have that stabilized, you can add in more things that your budget and time and energy allow. And then it's a upward spiral of healing where you just get healthier and healthier and stronger as you go through the process.
I love this. I love the way you break this down for all the listeners that are tuned in right now. We are on with Dr. David Lemmon. I am Tavares. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. We will be right back. Hey everybody, Tavares here.
Hey, this is John Bon Jovi.
And you are rocking with us at Living Your Truth with Tavares podcast. Thanks, John.
It takes a certain kind of man to run a farm and ranching business in California. It's not just a living, it's a way of life. And before you can be that man's banker, you'd better understand that way of life. That's why employees of Chase Bank like Bill Heilebrandt spend some of their time outside of the bank. They pull on their boots, roll up their sleeves, and find out firsthand what ranching is all about. So no matter what your business, get to know a banker who knows what the business is all about. A man like Bill Heilebrandt, a bank like Chase Bank, JP Morgan Chase, N.A., member FDIC.
Welcome back to Living Your Truth with Tavares. I am on with the naturopathic expert, cancer expert, Dr. David Lemmon. He's been so gracious to share his time and his energy with us today, and I'm very grateful for this opportunity. Dr. David Lemmon, let's talk about the benefits of naturopathic medicine. Reduce side effects, decrease pain, increase joy. And how about you pick it up from there? I'm just labeling or naming off a few things. Also, one of my favorites, more energy and extend longevity. Let's dig in and unpack some of these additional benefits of the naturopathic medicine.
So yeah, as you know, conventional medicine has mainly drugs and surgery. Cancer therapy also has radiation therapy that it adds in. So those are part of the three pathways of healing. You know, radiation is part of the energetic pathway. Chemotherapy is part of the molecular pathway. Surgery is part of the physical pathway. So those aspects are there, but they rely on that three-pronged approach, kind of just a triangle of treatments of chemotherapy, radiation, and surgery. So with a triangular bicycle wheel, you can't roll that bicycle forward. You can't get moving.
Exactly.
So by expanding out and having those other pathways, creating that holistic treatment plan, it eliminates so many of the side effects, balances out. So instead of studying so much disease, we're studying what creates health, what creates wellness, what the body needs to function properly. So sometimes there's that field of medicine that's really similar to naturopathic medicine called functional medicine. So that's how does the body function, studying how the body functions, what it needs to run properly. So that's vitamins, minerals, amino acids, fatty acids, and phytochemicals is a kind of forgotten or left out nutrient category that has incredible effects in the cancer pathways with all the different flavonoids and different plant pigments.
Wow.
And carrots and apples and grapes and blueberries and celery and spinach and kale and all the different foods of different rainbow colors, all these different flavonoids create and enhance the anti-cancer genes, help turn on the anti-cancer genes and turn off the cancer-causing genes, things like that, and they help detoxify the cancer-causing chemicals. So by studying what creates health, what manifests health through diet, through lifestyle, through breathing, through having good thoughts and emotions, you're able to eliminate those side effects. You're able to eliminate the just lack of energy, creating the mitochondria, is what creates energy inside all of our cells.
Yeah.
And so many toxic chemicals and things that gum up the mitochondria inside the cells create this chronic fatigue and this slowing down kind of thing, and the heavy metals in the water or in dental work, things like that can cause issues with mitochondria. So the more we can clean up and detoxify the mitochondria, the more energy levels go up.
Yep.
So there's just so many benefits to actually following the path that creates health instead of just focusing on suppressing symptoms.
Man, I love how you broke that down too, because I do know many folks who do prefer to suppress the symptoms. I am a person who prefers to take the holistic approach and do much of what you just explained: the eating clean, the darker the greens, the better, and constantly having greens on my plate. I've recently changed a lot of things when it comes to the way that I eat. I now have greens with every meal as opposed to having greens with just 2 meals. I have found a huge difference in my digestion. I also don't eat 3 hours before bed. So if I'm in bed by, say, 9 o'clock, my last meal is at 6 o'clock, because that allows me to have a deeper sleep, and it allows my fat stores to kick in and burn that energy while I sleep. So I am definitely on board, and I do subscribe to clean eating, lots of greens, lots of good water, hydration, and all those wonderful things. We are on with Dr. David Lemmon, all right, naturopathic cancer expert, and we will be right back. This is great. Hey, Tavares here from Living Your Truth with Tavares. Always take time for your mental health. You matter. You are very important, and many people love having you around. So take the time for your mental health. I know life can get crazy. I know we all get busy. I know we got to be here, there, here. Oh yeah, and can't forget that meeting. I get it. But take the time to give yourself enough time so that you can cruise along into your day and about your day. There's no need to be playing catch up throughout the day. We all hate that feeling. I know I do. I can't stand rushing. It gets on my last nerve. So I do myself the honor and the privilege of giving myself a bit more time just so that I don't have to rush. There's no need to build up all that angst, all that cortisol inside your body, all that adrenaline. It's not good for you. So give yourself the time and have a great day. We'll see you next week. Welcome back to Living Your Truth with Tavares. I am on with the naturopathic cancer expert, Dr. David Lemmon. Thank you again for being here. Dr. Lemmon, what is naturopathic medicine? I've done some research. I've seen definitions online, but I want to hear this from the expert himself. What is, for the listeners, naturopathic medicine?
It's a challenging thing to pin down. You might be able to find an official definition on the naturopathic.org, kind of the association website or something like that. But generally, there's almost as many definitions as there are naturopathic doctors out there, because each individual kind of has their own way of practicing medicine. But there are some really beautiful guiding philosophies of naturopathic medicine of first, do no harm, which goes along with, conventional doctors have that oath Absolutely. As well, of to have that priority of not hurting a patient, right? Mm-hmm. And then focus on prevention, focus on a doctor as teacher instead of just a prescriber, teaching how the body works, how to live, how to eat. So there's a lot more of an education of the patients than a conventional doctor would have. We try to take a lot more time, where an hour to 30-minute visit is normal instead of a 5 to 7 minute visit with a conventional doctor. So there's more time listening, more time teaching, and then the healing power of nature is one of the guiding principles. So nice. whether you look at it from a creationism, religious perspective, that we're created by God and plants and animals are created by God and nature is created by God, mm-hmm. then all these things are meant to help and heal the human body, because God created all these things in nature to heal his children. Or if you look at it from the evolutionary perspective of we all just evolved alongside these plants and animals and bacteria in our guts and everything like that. So whether you look at it from the evolutionary perspective or the creation perspective or anywhere in between, it just makes sense to me that the plants and animals that grow naturally in nature, the molecules that are freestanding, free-existing without human intervention are the ones that are the most healthy, the most biocompatible with our systems. But synthetic foods, synthetic medications, synthetic vitamins are created in a lab and are foreign to our cellular mechanisms, foreign to our digestion, foreign to our bodies and systems. So we have foreign energies now with the cell phones and Wi-Fi and things like that are kind of bombarding us all the time, and radioactive fallout from Chernobyl and Fukushima and these reactors. And so there's all these man-made radiation, man-made toxic chemicals, man-made foods that are kind of bombarding our systems. And then so many people are using the man-made pharmaceutical medications that can be useful in emergency situations or short-term situations. But anytime there's a long-term need, it becomes this suppressive situation. Like if you have high blood pressure, for example, if you're just using a medication to artificially suppress that, there's no curiosity of why you have high blood pressure, what is out of balance in your system and your body that's creating that. So instead of that curiosity of getting to the root cause of the high blood pressure, it's just, here, take this drug, and it'll push it down and artificially lower the blood pressure, which might be healthy for the blood vessels in the heart over long term. But then because you're suppressing the body and not getting to the cause of why that's happening, that's why it starts to spill over and create other side effects and other problems. And then that can lead to another medication and another medication to cover up that symptom, things like that. So it's kind of becomes a spiral.
Wow. Thank you for elaborating more and more and more, because I completely feel that. I know a lot of our listeners also are listening very, very closely. So this is really good. I am Tavares. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. We are on with Dr. David Lemmon. We will be right back.
Western Auto recently did a 40,000-mile road test that compared brands of steel-belted radial tires on 3 identical cars. Firestone on one, Goodyear on another, and Western Auto tires on a third car. After 40,000 miles, the test showed no measurable difference in wear or condition. Remember that test when you need tires, because there could be a measurable difference in price. Western Auto has the steel-belted radials you want at a price you can afford. See Western Auto. You know, when I think about struggling and I think about it being my job to correct that, I think about how many times I complained and didn't do anything about it. This message is for anybody who understands that they are struggling with something. Now, here's the thing. It is your job. It is your responsibility to show up to this struggle, to acknowledge this struggle, to take inventory, and then to figure out a plan. Because it is your job to overcome this struggle. Now, if I'm always complaining about it and not doing anything, at what point does that really become my problem? Like, am I adding to the problem? Because I'm just complaining about it. And so we can't leave it up to other people to help us if we are not helping ourselves. You know, I recently experienced this with somebody, and all I got to say to this person is, go get help. Because you have told me over and over and over and over and over how many times you have been struggling. You've told me about your backstory, your history. But yet I look at you and still you do nothing. I mean, you just do nothing. You sit around and you think that you can coexist in a world because what? Nobody sees your struggles? Well, guess what?
You see your struggles. You know the struggles. So while you're out here trying to coexist amongst the world, you are suffering in silence. And then eventually you lash out because you are frustrated with yourself. You're not frustrated with the people around you. You're not frustrated with the world around you. It's no one's fault that you're not doing what needs to be done except your own. For anybody out there right now struggling, and I mean this with a full and gentle heart, do something about it. Stop talking about it and be about it. Your joy is your job. Handle it.
Welcome back to the show. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. We are on with the naturopathic cancer expert, Mr. Dr. David Lemmon. And he's been so gracious to share his time and energy with us. He just broke down, in his own words, what naturopathic medicine is. I've done a little bit of research, and the way that I have read it online, it's explained as the art and science of healing that incorporates natural lifestyle changes and substances to support the mind, body, and spirit to achieve their full potential. I completely feel that and subscribe to that. Other related forms of medicine include functional medicine, integrative medicine, which you spoke on, holistic medicine, herbal medicine, you also spoke on that, nutritional medicine, homeopathic medicine, and bioregulatory medicine. These forms of medicine all share common threads of philosophy in their treatment of the human system. And this is really good information because what you just spoke on a moment ago about using the medication long term, it just addresses the symptoms. It doesn't get to the root of the issue. And this is where I have made many decisions to not use medications and to just simply focus on what I'm putting in my body. And it sounds like because many of us have gotten comfortable with the synthetics, long-term use is not a good thing. So we should really be looking for holistic opportunities regularly, right?
Exactly. Yeah, there's a lot of states where naturopathic doctors still aren't licensed, so it's not accessible equally for everyone around the country yet, or around the world. Some countries have different laws and availabilities, but at least online and through telemedicine and through your own research, there's always some access to homeopaths, herbalists, functional medicine doctors, integrated medicine doctors, like we talked about. And then naturopathic doctors are available in almost every state, whether they're licensed or not. They're still practicing naturopaths that just have to follow different rules in an unlicensed state, for example. So they're still out there, but you just have to look a little bit harder. You might have to travel a little bit longer. But telemedicine, after the whole COVID thing, has really taken off. So there's accessibility just about everywhere now. So it's great.
And the idea is to find what the body is missing, and that it needs, and add more of that, and then to find the harmful things that are blocking proper function and help eliminate those. Correct?
Yeah, there's that 2 keyword motto of just cleanse and nourish. So you want to cleanse out the bad things in your life, and you want to nourish the good things into your life. And if you just remember those 2 words, cleanse and nourish, and not just food-wise or vitamin-wise, things like that, but also, like I was talking about, there's toxic thoughts, toxic emotions, toxic energy, things like that. So you want to think about, okay, what toxic chemicals am I using in my cleaning supplies or my laundry? I had an amazing guest on my podcast a couple weeks ago that went through the house and all the different toxic chemicals that are in your laundry detergent and dryer sheets, and cleaning supplies and candles and fragrances and air fresheners and all these different things. Anything that says fragrance on it is basically potentially cancer-causing artificial synthetic chemicals. So all the candles and air freshener sprays and different things you can get that out of your life and just use pure essential oils for scents if you need to, and then just using water and baking soda and vinegar and things like that for cleaning. So that's a great episode for people to look at if they're interested in diving down that rabbit hole a little bit more.
Absolutely.
Things like that, of getting the bad out, of your body, but also out of your home, as much as you have influence over. There's things that you can't control, and can't control the radioactive fallout going through the air or in our groundwater or something like that. But we can control what we purchase, what we use, what we put inside our bodies and on our skin, things like that. So thinking about your circle of control versus your circle of concern, Stephen Covey
well
talks
put.
about in 7 Habits. So focusing more on what you can control in that sphere, and then not stressing, not having anxiety about things that we can't control, but filtering water, filtering air, and detoxing the home with getting as much chemicals out of the home is super helpful for health.
Wow. When you add in the good and remove the bad, then your body, mind, spirit system can then step in and do the real healing. We are on with Dr. David Lemmon. This is Living Your Truth. We will be right back.
I'm staring at the speaker.
People don't even listen to a body of work anymore. I think people are so brainwashed. You get up in the morning, you click on the computer, you see all these pictures, and it's all you think of is the picture and the image that you see all day, every day, and you don't see the human form. And I think when Nina Simone put out music, you loved her voice. That's what she wanted you to love. That was her instrument. But you didn't get brainwashed by her day-to-day life and what her child is wearing and who she's dating and, all the things that really, it's not your business, and it shouldn't influence the way you listen to the voice and the art, but it does.
Welcome back to the show. This is Living Your Truth. We have been on with Dr. David Lemmon. He has been so gracious with us, breaking it all the way down, letting us know, hey, there are ways to approach our health, our mind, our body holistically. There are things that we can do every single day. There are things that we can do immediately right now. He talked about fragrances and perfumes within certain items and aerosol sprays, things that we use regularly, candles, all the smell good stuff, and then many other things. When it comes to telemedicine, which I'm a fan of, let me tell you, let's talk about some of the benefits about telemedicine, Mr. Dr. David Lemmon. Obviously, it's convenient. Pick it up from there, sir.
Yeah, there's just less. When working with a lot of chronic pain patients, like if they had to drive into a clinic location that was an hour away, they would have such extreme back pain just from the drive and back, having to drive 2 hours, things like that. So there's so much, there's so much convenience, and then avoiding the pain and the difficulty of travel, and then avoiding obviously the germs and viruses and bacteria of waiting room, and being in around a bunch of other sick and grumpy people in waiting rooms. So yeah, there's just a lot of benefits. It can be more affordable. It can be more effective, having that one-on-one time.
For sure.
So there are a lot of benefits, but yeah, the biggest convenience is just the reach, being able to reach people that don't have a doctor in their town or a good naturopathic physician in their area, where we can reach out and help those people that are underserved in their local area.
This is wonderful. I love it. Again, I subscribe to telemedicine. I've used it. I think I still use it now with some of my therapists. I have an EMDR therapist, and then I have a general counsel therapist. So yes, there are many benefits. Save time and money, no travel costs, as you mentioned, no waiting rooms, no germs around other sick and grumpy people. And then, of course, affordable prices. This has been wonderful. Dr. David Lemmon, where can the listeners reach you? Where can they connect with you? Please feel free to share your social media handles.
Yeah, the website is rediscoverhealthnaturalmedicine.com. And for cancer, like Tavares already mentioned, number 3, cancerinsights.com is where you can enter your information to access a brief 10-minute video that talks about the 3 insights of how to approach cancer the right way. And then the link will be in the show notes, I believe, for the Facebook support group, Natural Cancer Support Group, and then on YouTube, the Natural Cancer Support channel, and then the audio version of the podcast is also on Amazon Audible and Spotify as well.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And for a brief recap, everybody, this is Dr. David Lemmon. He's also the author of Natural Home and Herbal Healing, a powerful tour through all the natural remedies you can find and stock in every part of your home and yard. Avoid side effects and transform your family's health. Dr. David Lemmon, thank you so very much for blessing us with your energy, your vibration, your frequency. Please say hello to your lovely wife and your beautiful 6 children from us and the team here at Living Your Truth with Tavares. Mr. Dr. David Lemmon has a passion for teaching the principles of health, nature, and empowered living. When not working with patients, he enjoys painting, reading, movies, cooking, martial arts, weight training, hiking, and camping. My kind of fella. So I'm telling you, you are a busy man. I'm so grateful to have been able to connect with you. And thank you for allowing me on your podcast to share my story and my mother's story about taking care of her through her cancer battle. That was very helpful. It was even healing. I hadn't talked about it much, but being on with you and knowing that you handled me and the story with so much care really made it very comfortable to share that and to be very transparent with you. So from myself to you, sir, thank you very, very much.
You're so welcome. Yeah, it was a beautiful experience, my friend.
All right. Well, Mr. Dr. David Lemmon, the naturopathic cancer expert, we thank you so very much. You have a wonderful rest of your day, and this has been special. Thank you so very much. Dr. David Lemmon, everybody. Great interview. Thank you so much, and we look forward to having you back again for a follow-up. What do you say?
Absolutely, anytime.
All right. Thank you so much. Once again, everybody, Dr. David Lemmon. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. We will be right back.
You know what a burger should be? Pure fresh beef that doesn't go on the grill until you say the magic words. A Whataburger, please. Then they make it the way you want, with thick slices of ripe tomato, crispy lettuce, onions, pickles, mustard, ketchup, or salad dressing, all stacked up on a hot toasty bun. That's what a burger ought to be. But times have changed. Now most places make a burger fast before you even walk in the door. See it under the heat lamp? Pre-cooked, pre-assembled, and pre-packaged in that non-biodegradable box. That's a burger today. Zip here, strip there, and a little secret sauce. Instant burger, and it tastes like it. Luckily, Whataburger still makes a hamburger the way they used to. Hot and fresh and loaded with all the good stuff you want. Hey, check it out for yourself. Here's how. Drop in at your friendly Whataburger at Magnolia and Garden Grove Boulevard in Westminster, or the great new Whataburger at 153353 MacArthur in Irvine.
Welcome back to the show. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. Now, today's show was on If I Can't, Then I Must. And I know we didn't really get into all that. However, if you listen to the show and you listen to Dr. David Lemmon, then you will understand that if I can't, then I must is still a viable concept for this particular show. Because if I believe that I can't, then I must. And that's where I'm going. It's the mindset. See, when it comes to our mind, our body, our spirit, our nutrition, if we're talking that we can't, well, then we should and we must, because it comes down to how we love ourselves. It comes down to how we treat ourselves. If we're not treating ourselves, we are cheating ourselves. If you want more out of your body, you have to put more into it. No, not more synthetic stuff, not more junk, more love, more time, more attention, more natural ingredients, right? Your greens, your veggies, your fruits. Absolutely. Look, processed food is not real food. I'm just letting you know it's not. No shade to fast foods around the world, but I'm just saying, if you eat fast food every day, it's not sustainable. Don't be surprised why you have a clogged artery or high blood pressure, right? Don't be surprised if you feel lethargic and have low energy. Look at what you're eating. Are you eating the way that you think you should as a human being? I think a lot of times we move through life and we're so busy and consumed with things like social media, maybe work or day-to-day or home life. And I think sometimes we forget to really nurture ourselves, and not just ourselves emotionally and mentally, but even physically. I feel like sometimes a lot of people just shove stuff in their mouth and think, oh, I just need to put something in me. I just need some fuel. Well, what kind of fuel are you using? Because I tell you right now, if you have a high performance car, let's say a V12, and you put 87 gas in there, you know what's gonna happen. A chicka chicka, a chicka chicka, a chicka, and your car's gonna die. So, let's say the car is your body. You get what I'm saying? Exactly. Take the time to make time to put the right things into your body. Besides, you call on it for so many things, don't we? We put our bodies under such demand. We ask it to walk, we ask it to run, we ask it to sit, be still, we ask it to stretch, elongate, all kinds of things. Now, what's important though is what makes that body go. How are you thinking to yourself? How are you speaking to yourself? Are you showing yourself grace? Are you being patient? Are you reacting versus responding? I could talk about this because I know a thing or two about several of the things I just mentioned. My journey is ongoing. My evolution is ongoing. There's never a day I wake up and I'm like, all right, I got this. I mean, I got this, but I don't have it to the point where I don't have to keep getting it. I gotta wake up every day ready to get it. And not just get after like what some consider the bag, but to get at me, the better version of me, to sift through all the junk, all the murky water and the murky thoughts, to really see who I am in that day, to meet my baseline. This is why I use Tavares' famous mirror talk. I go into the mirror, that is where I put my armor on. That is where I validate myself. That is where I get ready for the day. I look at myself. Sometimes I just observe. I take a look at myself, make sure everything's where it's supposed to be, and then I begin to speak on it. I begin to visioneer my day. That's right. Visioneering is key. So, you can borrow that. Whatever you want, make sure you see yourself. Visualize it. It's a very powerful tool. Everything that surrounds you was created with someone's imagination. Now imagine what you can do for you when you visioneer your vision. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. We will be right back.
Yo, where you at?
What's up, y'all? It's Tavares.
Hey, this is Joe Perry.
And Steven Tyler from Aerosmith.
And you are listening to Living Your Truth with Tavares podcast. I love Aerosmith. Thanks, y'all.
Welcome back to the show. This is Living Your Truth with Tavares. Yo, we have been on with the naturopathic cancer expert, Dr. David Lemmon. I told y'all I got friends in very high places, and they're lovely people. They have great spirits. They enjoy what they do. You can tell. You can tell in the amount of energy and information he shares, because energy is information, and information is energy. If you want to write into the show and just say hello, you can email us at livingyourtruthpodcast@gmail.com. If you want to say hello to us online on socials, we are on Twitter, or X, formerly known as Twitter, at LIVIN, the letter U, the letter R, and the word truth. We are on Facebook, TikTok, and Instagram at Living Your Truth Podcast. When we do these shows, my intent is to give you something new. It's to help you learn. It's to help you feel engaged with your vibration and your frequency. And that's why we like to have the podcast and this platform about inclusion. We want everyone involved. We want you to understand that your body is your temple, and it was created with natural elements, natural ingredients. So when we start, as Dr. David Lemmon mentioned, when we start to put those synthetic things inside our body and we think that those things are sustainable, over a long period of time, we could be doing more bad than good. So I'm very grateful that Dr. Lemmon let us know a thing or several, because I do feel like sometimes we have to be educated and we have to be in those spaces to be educated. But more importantly, we must be available to the vibration. If you're locked in here, I believe that you are available to the vibration. So, till the next time, love yourself, love each other, and live your truth. Peace.
Next time on Living Your Truth with Tavares.
Smile more. You are beautiful. On the next Living Your Truth with Tavares.
Hello.
Hello.
This is for you. Listen, listen, listen.
Be sure to email us at livingyourtruthpodcast@gmail.com. And if you're on Twitter, we are at LIVINUR Truth. And if you're on TikTok, Instagram, or Facebook, we are at Living Your Truth Podcast. You just have to be willing to put yourself out there. And once you do, the magic will begin to happen. I'm happy to use my life as an example so that others can learn. You may have to let some things go before you become successful. Success looks different on everybody, and so does the process. Some of you want success but don't want to let go of the exact thing that's in your way of obtaining success. You can't have it both ways. Welcome to Living Your Truth with Tavares. Wow, thank you. I am living in my blessing. Thank you so much. This is great. Wow.